Hello and welcome to part 2 of the paired assignment I'm Dynamite and the Mother of All Bombs. So in part 1 we got the UCAV kills for I'm Dynamite, and now for that we need 3 bomber ribbons. And a bomber ribbon is 3 kills in a round. And for the Mother of All Bombs we need a total of 15 kills with the bomber. The bomber is only available on the China Rising maps, and it's deployable from these points which are on the D flags on Conquest large maps. And if there's a white bomber symbol on the door, then you can enter it by pressing E, and that puts you straight into the bomber overhead. Now the bomber has a maximum targeting range, but that's not the same as its drop range, so you can target things that are far away, but it will only drop the bombs once it gets within range. And there's an invisible line on the map that you can't drop bombs past. So this tank here, no matter how close I get to it, it will always be out of range because it's beyond this invisible line. Not sure why there's an invisible line, but it usually means that the AA tanks and things like that are safe sitting at the back of the map. You get 4 JDAMs and they will reload during the map. So you can often get 2 or 3 drops of 4 JDAMs each. And the best targets to go for are stationary vehicles. You can kill infantry with the JDAMs, but it's not as effective as launching all 4 at a stationary vehicle. That will guarantee you a kill. And on maps like Silk Road and Dragon Pass, you often see vehicles sitting around engaged in a long range tank battle. And they're pretty easy to pick off. Because the JDAMs reload during the flight of the bomber, it's often worthwhile picking even a risky target out early, firing off some JDAMs, and then picking a better target while you reload. So here you can see there's a single infantry guy running around this objective, and I'm going to try just lobbing 4 JDAMs at him as he's moving around, trying to predict where he's going to be. Doesn't really matter if I get the kill on him or not, because I'm going to get another chance at another target when the JDAMs reload. And there's a nice tank just sitting here, so I can drop my JDAMs on that and get a kill. So you might as well take those early risky shots because it's not going to cost you anything. So this clip highlights a couple of worthwhile points with the bomber. You notice that my health is currently pretty low, but it is regenerating while I'm in the bomber, and it doesn't matter what your health is when you start, you will be on 100% health when you get out of the bomber. The other thing it shows is that you can actually steer the bomber, so rather than going down the left hand side of the map, this time I'm heading over towards D, and it's simply using the A and D keys to steer the bomber. And this gives you a bit of an advantage on Dragon's Pass because you can't normally hit D from the bomber's usual path because the mountain's in the way. Now this does sometimes mean that the bomber goes out of bounds earlier because it goes out of bounds at the side of the map rather than the end, but you can straighten it up and go to the end of the map. So the bomber's quite a bit more versatile than at first you think. If you know that the AA is on the right hand side of the map, you can steer the bomber away from it, because of course the bomber can be shot down. Here you can see I've got a bunch of JDAMs targeted at the tank on the left, but unfortunately if you target something too far away, that targeting wears off before you get within range of dropping the JDAMs, so you'll have to target it again. So here I'm going to target first tank, but it starts backing off. So I then target another one, and that starts backing off as well. And I'm approaching the end of this bombing run, but I just managed to target this tank with a couple of bombs before the run ends. And it still launches the JDAMs and hits it. So it seems as long as you get your targeting done before the end of the bombing run, even if you get to the end of the run and kicked out of the bomber, those JDAMs will still drop on their target. A danger of using the bomber, of course, is that you don't know what is happening around the bomber control. So in this round I'm flying around targeting things, And what I don't notice is that in a moment D is about to start flashing, and of course that is where I actually am. And when I come out of the bomber, I found that there are enemies all around the bomber control, and it doesn't take long for me to get picked off by them. But when I respawn, now you can see the airburst UCAV is unlocked, and I've completed the I'm Dynamite assignment. And that's the 20 UCAV kills from the first video and 3 bomber ribbons we just got in this one. Now, to complete the Mother of All Bombs challenge, we're going to need a few more kills. So we've got 9 kills for the 3 bomber ribbons, but we need 15 to unlock the Mother of All Bombs. One thing that is surprising about the bomber is that the bomber can't lock on to laser designations, which you would have thought it could, as the JDAM is a laser guided bomb in real life. And on this run it would have been helpful, because pretty much everything I'm aiming at moves out of the way. But fortunately an APC decides to drive straight into where the bombs are dropping, and I managed to get the final kills I need to unlock Mother of All Bombs. And Mother of All Bombs gets you the cruise missile for the bomber. There is another requirement for the Mother of All Bombs, and that is you need to have shot down a bomber, but that's pretty easy in the AA tank. So the cruise missile is more effective against infantry than it is against vehicles, but it does allow you to shoot past the invisible line at the back of a map. It's going to slam into this hiding AA tank for 62 damage and a mobility hit, so it's worthwhile doing. So that's it for part 2. We've unlocked the I'm Dynamite and the Mother of All Bombs assignment, and we got some new toys to play with. Thanks for watching.